Next up, I want to talk a little bit about dialog boxes. Now, we've been playing around with an alert, right? So when we've got an alert on our page, that allows us to reflect information back to the users. But there are some other types of prompts that we can use in our scripts that are a little bit more sophisticated, right? So what we have so far, let me comment this code out so I can just demonstrate the alert. Alert, hello. So if I have something like that, I save it, I test it in my web browser, right? We've got the alert here that just says hello. That's fine. It's okay for conveying user information or information back to your users. But maybe what you didn't know is that we can actually use a window.prompt to ask a user for information. Okay, so if I want to do that, check that out. Now it has a place for me to type something, and it has an OK and a cancel button. I can also provide a default answer in there by giving it a second argument. So I put another comma and another string in there, and then it has a default answer already put in there. So what you'll see here is that I'm creating a constant that's called user input, and I'm immediately filling it with whatever the user types in response. So this says, please enter your name, and whatever the user types in response to that, right, whatever I type in here is going to go straight into this variable. And then it says, if user input is not null, so if it's got anything in there at all, then it's going to write this to the console. So user entered, blah, blah, blah. If the user input is null, then, and that means it's empty, if the user closed or canceled the prompt and didn't respond to it, then it will say that in the console. So let's actually test that out and see how it works. I'm going to cancel it, and let's go to the console and see what happens. User cancel or close the prompt. If I reload that page and I submit it with Bill in there, you can see user entered Bill. So that's a great way to gather user input, okay? And there's actually one other way to do this. You can actually give the user the ability to say yes or no. And the way that looks is confirm instead of prompt. Confirm says, do you like me? And so if we test this out, you can see now it says, do you like me? And I can click OK or cancel. If I click OK, user entered true. If I click cancel, user entered false. Okay, so that comes back with a true or false Boolean value. So that's another way we can do things. So there's prompt, which allows you to enter a text string that comes back as a string, or confirm, which allows you to return either a true or false answer. So those are some other ways that you can get information from users in a very simple way. And the nice thing about these, or the annoying thing, depending on how you look at it, is that you can't do anything else on the page until you choose one of these things. So you probably want to use those rather sparingly with your users, because people do get tired of having their ability to navigate a website blocked all the time.